What's going on, Card Pack? Today we are going to look at the top 10 basketball cards that went up the most over the last week, and I feel it's a really fitting time to look at this because the play-in start, I believe, tomorrow, and the whole play-in playoff thing is starting this week, and it's a really good time to know, hey, where is the market looking and where should I be looking? Before we dive into that, a few reminders. Audios from these videos, you can get them on the podcast, link in description. And if you want to get my top sports card pick of the day, as well as join one of the best discords in all of sports card investing, join the Sports Card Society. It's only $12.99 a month or $129 a year. It's like 40 cents a day. What I do is there's a membership area. You log in. There's a new video almost every day. The videos aren't real long. They're only about 5 minutes or less. I just show the card. I show the data and research as to why I think the card's undervalued and is a really good investment, and what I plan on doing with it. Am I selling it in a month? Am I selling it at the beginning of the season? Am I selling it around the playoffs? Am I holding it long term? What am I doing? A couple previous examples. This Kyler Murray here. We were buying it for under $200 in February. Here it is going for well over $300 in April. Not a pretty good return. This Baker, we're getting it for under $300 in March. Here it is going for around $500 in April. Again, pretty good return. I mean, this Baker alone pays your entire year's membership of the Discord. If you buy the Kyler and the Baker, well, there you are. You're well into the green. And again, I can't overemphasize how good the Discord is. The people in there, they pay to be there. They're active investors. They're experienced investors. It's just an excellent, excellent community to be part of. That's just all I gotta say about it. Like I really, really, really love that community. Anyways, let's dive into the content. Link for the Sports Card Society in the description. SportsCardSociety.com. Here we are. We're in the Market Movers tool. We went to price movements by card, pulled up basketball, PSA 10. We look at the PSA 10 because the entire market starts at the PSA 10. The price of everything is based off of what the PSA 10 is going for. Also, I want to get to 5,000 subscribers, so hit that subscription button if you haven't. Make sure you hit that notification bell too. And to really support the channel, hit that like button. I appreciate it. Thank you. Number one on the list is Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole. 2019 Prism Silver. Pop count of only 245. In case you're new, pop count means this card in this grade. That's how many of them exist currently. This card had 8 sales on the week, went up a whopping 162%. Are you kidding me? Let's pull up that chart immediately. Did I miss something? What did Jordan Poole do to cause this? This is bonanza. Bonanza. All right, here we go. This card started the week. You could have got it for $84. And then it ends the week at $255, and it just goes up, 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 up the whole time. Let's pull this card back 90 days. What's up, Jordan Poole? There may or may not be another Jordan Poole on this list also. Well, there was a big spike there in March. Went all the way up to 460, and then it went down, and now it just shot up. Goodness. This would be a really risky buy. You know, as we go through all these, I'm going to do buy, sell, hold on all these cards. The ones I think are buys, I'll send out usually to the Card Pack newsletter, which is free to join. I send them out to them typically before I publish the video, so go check that out. On this one, would it be buy, sell, hold this? I think, boy, depending on where you got it at. You know, if I bought it up here at 460, I'm probably not selling. But if I got it down here at like under $100 and it's sitting here at 200 some, I'd be selling. If I bought it for around 250, if I just bought it, well, I'd be holding it, obviously. But I think right now, overall, I think I'd be selling it. Next on the list, Tyler Herro. 2019 Mosaic Base, pop count of 880, 11 sales on the week, up 70%. By the way, I have a good takeaway from looking at this top 10 list. I'll share that with you after we go through the top 10 so you can see why I'm thinking what I'm thinking. Let's pull up this chart. Tyler Herro. What a cool last name, right? I mean, I'm not the hugest Tyler Herro fan, but what an excellent last name. Herro. Just a good word. $28 to start the week. Went nothing but up all the way to 60. Of course, the Heat are in the playoffs, right? I think they got the 6th seed. And Tyler Herro will certainly be a part of that. Everyone seems to be back and healthy. Let's pull this card back 90 days and see what we're looking at. The reason I pull it back 90 days is to really get a broader picture of what's going on here. And if you don't have a tool like this, I use the Market Movers tool. I'll put a link in the description for it. Use code SOCIETY for 20% off your first month or your first year, whatever your first payment is. If you don't have a tool like this, I can't even tell you how much time you're wasting not having this and how much money you're losing not having this. Because I can just click a few buttons and all of a sudden I can see all the sales data over 90 days right in front of my face and I can visualize it. I can't overemphasize the power of this. And now, as you see here, this card has been doing nothing but going down, and now it's had a nice little pop off here. I'd sell it. Man, but I feel good about the Heat. I think that they can really make a deep run. Yeah, maybe. But, looking at the chart here, I got to do with probability and math. Just because they go deep, it doesn't necessarily mean Tyler Herro's cards are going to go bonanza. Yeah, if he did what he did last year, sure. But I feel like the odds of him having good performances as opposed to amazing great ones is much more likely. So with this card shooting up like this right before the playoffs, I'd probably be looking to sell it. If I can get $60 out of this, odds are you paid 60 or less for it, I'd be looking to sell it. Straight up. I'd sell. Next on the list, but it is really cheap. So if you wanted to just hold, or if you're really, really feeling spicy, if you just wanted to buy it and see what happens, go ahead. I mean, it's only $60. Jordan Poole, next on the list, again, another Jordan Poole, 2019 Prism Base, pop count of 176. Boy, wow, what low pop counts. 13 sales on the week, up 45.5%. Let's pull up his chart. I mean, Jordan Poole's not the biggest hyped player. That's why his pop counts are so low, because no one's even sending them in to get graded, especially now. With PSA being so spendy. $70 to start the week. And then it went down. 55, 65, 72, 95. Jordan Poole, going to be the same card, just in their base form. Let's pull it back 9 days. I wonder if it probably looks similar to what the silver did. Yep, there was that big spike in March. I went up to 250. Goodness gracious, I forget what he did. What did he do? What did he do to make this happen? Back then he went from 50 to 250. There's 130 some, there's 180. That's crazy. Pop count's low. So this card, that's one thing I'll say about these Jordan Poole cards. The pop counts are really low. And if people want to buy them, the price can run up really, really, really fast because the supply is so small. So, would I buy, sell, or hold this? I can understand any of it. I can understand buying, selling, or holding, because what I said about the pop count really makes it, but it's speculation, right? I would say at 95, Jordan Poole's cards are overpriced already, but that doesn't matter as we're going into the playoffs. If they beat the Lakers, your Jordan Pooles, your Steph Currys, probably Andrew Wiggins, James Wiseman's hurt, I believe, will go up. Will go ba-boom. Let's Google Jordan Poole real quick. Yeah, he could be the sixth man. Social media help him thrive. Let's check out his stats real quick. Let's see what's going on. This is something that I look at often to see, what do these guys got going on. Nice little progression year to year. I think he averaged 8 points last year. Now he's averaging. So let's see what his last few games have been. 15, 38. Well, there you go. That caused a spike. 20, 26. Boy, yeah, he's been ramping it up. If you expect that to continue, I wouldn't hate on you for buying. It very well could continue. But, they got to... I think that they make the playoffs, whether that be they beat the Lakers or they beat whoever, the Grizzlies or the Spurs. So, looking at that, I could see anyway. I personally, I'd sell, but I might hold. I probably wouldn't buy, but if you bought, I'd totally understand that. So I'm actually going to put a link in the description. Let's go to eBay real quick. Let's see what he's selling for. God, that pop count's so low. But you know what I'd do? I wouldn't buy it on eBay because you just don't have the time for it to buy it and relist it. I'd go to StarStock is what I would do. I'd go in here. If you don't have a StarStock account, I'll put a link in the description. Use code SportsCardConsultant for $10 free when you deposit $10 or more. I would probably buy it on there because I can buy it. I don't pay shipping. I don't pay sales tax on StarStock, and you can relist the card immediately after you buy it. And right now, timing matters a lot. Timing matters a lot for these because, look at this. Look at this time-sensitive stuff. It's going up, and you don't have time for this to get shipped to you. I would do StarStock if I were going to do that one. If I were going to buy it. But I would probably sell or hold. Giannis, I can never say his damn name. Giannis, 2018 Prism. Pop count of only 432. It's not exactly his rookie year. 13 sales on the week. Up 42% basically. Let me get some coffee while this loads. Now, this card started the week at 26. Went, on a slight incline up to about $40. Okay, Giannis. Let's pull it back 90 days. Obviously, the Bucks I think they're the 3 seed. And this card's overall has kind of ticked down. It's been on an uptick as we got closer to the playoffs. So isn't that interesting? No. A lot of these cards have just been going up over the past, week and a half, 2 weeks. Because as we're getting closer to playoffs, people are getting a little more hyped. Giannis, he's going to be playing. He's going to do some stuff. So if you can't buy this on StarStock, because StarStock only does rookies. So I probably wouldn't buy this one because I wouldn't get it in time, and I just don't like the margins with the shipping and the this and the that. I just don't know if that card will really go up. I'd probably hold that one. Next on the list, Zion 2019 Hoops. Pop count of 47, 44, 38 sales on the week, up 33%. Let's pull up this chart. That is interesting. I'm not sure, because Zion's obviously, their Pelican season is over. Zion's season's been over for a week or two because of the injury, and they were probably never going to make the play-ins anyways. This card was at 100 to start the week, and then it ended the week at 156 with sales of 125 and all the way down to 85 in between. Now, if we click this little button over here, latest average sale price, interesting. Let's go to detailed results because they'll show us the actual listings here. Like I told you, this Market Movers tool is the most important thing I use. I mean, this is where I spend 95% of my time finding everything. I don't know how people could possibly do sports card investing very well without it. Of course, link is still in the description. Use the code SOCIETY, 20% off. First month or first year. This is interesting. This is an auction going for 83. Auction going for 107. Auction over 172. Did you lose your damn mind? Sometimes people lose their damn mind. And I would say that 192, 152. What's going on here, people? I guarantee there were other buy it now sitting up there. Interesting. What was with this slew? I think this was a little market I think this was just someone being a dickhead and bidding it up and not paying it. I'll bet if I go to a lot of these listings, let's click on, say, this one, because this is just dumb. It says bidding has ended. Has the person paid? It was just yesterday. What I was looking for was because lots of times you'll see this just gross overpay, completely unnecessary. This item, you'll see that this item gets relisted because the person has paid, but it's only from yesterday, these auctions, so we really don't know yet. Let's go over here. But as you see, there's a lot of, this card's really more like $100 to $125. This person got a deal. $83. That's a deal. Let's go back to, let's go over here. Let's pull this card back 90 days. Zion is someone I am definitely going to be paying attention to. But as a hold until next season. And he did take, overall, looks like the card was floating around, about 100, we'll say $120. That was probably about the real value looking at the chart here. Go here. I'd say probably about $120 is fairly conservative, actually. And if you were able to go in here and get it for under $100, let's go to eBay real quick. Let's see what's listed. Because this is no quick flip. This is something you buy. Why aren't you pulling up? This is something you buy to hold till next season, which will probably be late October. Is when the next season will probably start. Or 25 OBO. Probably get that close to $100. I mean, and the pop count wasn't crazy on this. Under 5,000. 140, but these auctions, something to pay attention to. I'm going to put a link to this in the description because I think if you can get Zion for $100 or less, this Hoops card, I think you just cannot go wrong with that. So I'll put a link in the description to that one, but that would be one that I'm holding till October. Next on the list, Morant 2019 Select Concourse. Pop count of 2612. Because Select is usually a much lower pop count card. I know it's Concourse, not even Premier level, but even for Concourse, that's a pretty high pop count. Maybe I just haven't looked at that in a while. Interesting. 24 sales on the week, up about 31.5%. Let's pull this up. I'm a big fan of Select. At least, yeah. Speaking of Select, I'm going to be doing a 2020 Select Football Hobby Box break. I'll put a link in the description for that. There's still some spots available. It's $100 a spot. There's 32 spots total. I mean, there's not 32 spots still available, but if you buy multiple spots, you get discounts on each spot. But I've really, really, really been liking what I've been seeing coming out of 2020 Select Football Hobby Box breaks. And hobby boxes are where you get the really, 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 really good cards. You know, and with this class, with Herbert, Burrow, Tua, Justin Jefferson, Jonathan Taylor, all these guys, CeeDee Lamb, Jerry Jeudy, all these guys, like I just feel what I've been seeing come out of these boxes is well worth the price of the hobby box. And those hobby boxes are going for about $1,800. So that's why that's $100 a spot. That includes shipping and everything like that. So I'll put a link in the description for that. Hurry up and get in. We'll do the break. We'll stream it live. And we'll do the random, each 32 spots, because each spot will get a team. If you buy 2 spots, you'll get 2 teams, and they'll be randomly assigned. We'll do it live on the break. We'll do a randomizer to see who gets what teams. But the link in the description, I'll put a link in the description for that. Go ahead and hop in there. That'll be filling up pretty fast. This Morant, 26-12, huh? Interesting. 127 to start the week. Ends the week at 172. Of course, is in a play-in spot. If they lose, they're just out. And cards are going to go down. I feel like this is really risky. As much as I want to buy it, I'm staying away from for now. If you want to gamble on it, and like if they get in the playoffs, stuff's going to go bonanza. You know what I mean? They got to win 2 straight games to get in the playoffs, which means they got to beat either the Lakers or the Warriors after they beat the Spurs, which is a tall order. But it's just one game. Anyone can win one game. But I'd stay away from this right now. I would probably hold it. I don't know. It's tough. I'd probably hold it. Maybe sell it depending where I got it at. But I think they'll beat the Spurs. You never know, obviously. I think they'll beat the Spurs. But then when they go up against the Lakers or Warriors, that's going to be tough. So I don't really see the Grizz or the Spurs getting in the playoffs. I think the Lakers and the Warriors both get in the playoffs. I think that's probably the popular consensus too. So with I'd probably hold it, but I might sell it. Depends on how you feel. Kendrick Nunn, next on the list, 2019 Optic base. Pop count of 743, 7 sales on the week. Very low volume. Well, I guess not that low a volume. It's about 1%. Up 31%. Let's pull this up. Kendrick Nunn, another Heats player. See, we've seen 2 Jordan Pooles, a Tyler Herro, and a Kendrick Nunn. What do you think about that? I'll share my thoughts after we are done with the list. Let me get some coffee. Kendrick Nunn, he was nominated for Rookie of the Year last year, but he hasn't really gotten to do much this year. $50 to start the week. Actually, ended the week at 30. So I'm not sure how this card was up 30%. It's probably from here to here or something. It's a card I might... Let's pull it back 90 days. See where the price is today compared to where it's been. So it looks like his low was like $20. And right now, $30. I'd probably pass on this one. But again, if I was going to buy this one, I'd buy it on StarStock because it's a rookie. It's a low-priced card. It just makes a lot of sense to buy this since you don't pay sales tax. You're not paying shipping fees. You're not waiting for it to get shipped to you. You can just relist it right away. The only thing you do pay is a 5% seller's fee when you sell it. Link for that in the description. Zion Williamson, 2019 Prism Draft Picks, number 64. This is base secondary photo. Pop count of 2177, 15 sales on the week, up about 30%. Let's pull up the charts. Hey there, the charts. Let's read the charts. $80 to start the week, 140 as a high, 107 as the latest. Not a fan of the draft one, so I would not be buying this. I would probably just sell it. Let's pull back 90 days just to look. But I'd probably sell it because I'd rather buy his hoops. Because his hoops has his Pelicans uniform on. This is Duke. Kick-ass Duke. Shout out Tenacious D. No, I would not be buying that. I would sell that. I'd get that off my hands. Next on the... Oh, that was the end of the list. So here's what I took away from the top 10. By the way, links for everything in the description. The Sports Card Society, get my top pick of the day and join the awesome Discord. Mark Movers tool with the discount code in the description and the Card Pack newsletter. All that stuff. Hit the subscribe, hit the like button. Here's my takeaway, right? These are all obviously young guys, pretty much, with other than Giannis. Kendrick Nunn, Jordan Poole, Tyler Herro, Jordan Poole. That's really interesting to me because this tells me that the market is doing some speculation on the young, cheaper guys. John Morant, I wouldn't call that, but that's some speculation on the one young. Because if Zion were in, there would be a lot going on with him. Oh, the list is not done. I was going to say, nonetheless, that's kind of my takeaway. I kind of shared it a little too early, but nonetheless, that's my takeaway. I think the market's kind of doing some real speculation right now. So do with that what you will. I'm not a big speculator. I don't really like doing that because I feel like that's much more gambling. If you want to do that, fine. It gets you an adrenaline rush, but it also burns you a lot more. When you do real investing, you look further out than the next few weeks. You know what I mean? Number 9 on the list, Michael Jordan, 1989 Hoops All-Star. Michael Jordan is someone I've been recommending to the Sports Card Society lately because I feel like his cards are just really undervalued right now. And some of them have already started ticking back up. This 89 Hoops All-Star, I believe I've recommended so many Michael Jordan cards to them, frankly, in the past couple weeks. I can't remember which ones I haven't. I think that this was one of them. 89 Hoops All-Star, pop count 2288, up about almost 30%, 10 sales on the week. Let's pull the charts up on this one. Let's see here. So this card's... Yeah, I like this one. This card started the week at 225. It had a low sale 194, and then this recent high sale at 307. But there was one of about 250. So I think the real value... Let's pull this card back, though, like 180 days. Let's go way back, buddy. Now, we'll say 180 days ago, this card was like around $100. And it shot all the way up to almost $400 in early February. And it's been kind of sliding down ever since, right? $400. And there were plenty of sales around that. Plenty of sales in that well north of 300, 350 plus, right? A lot of them. So now let me zoom in over the last 30 days. It looks like it's pretty well flattened out to me, right? Lowest sale there at 180, but I'd say the real value right now is around 225, 250. And it looks like it's been holding stable, which would be an indicator of support. Now, what support is, being able to read charts is paramount. Wow, what a word. That'll be probably the biggest word I use today. Paramount, crucial to being able to figure out when to buy cards, when to time them. And knowing support and resistance. Support is really big with knowing when to buy. Resistance being really big with when to sell. What support is, what they both are, is when buyers and sellers meet. Now, support is when the sellers finally say, that's it. We are not going any lower. Buy it or get the hell out of here. I'm holding it because I'm not selling it any less than this. When you have enough sellers that do that. And resistance is the opposite, when the sellers and buyers meet at the top and the buyers say, that's it, we're done. This is the most I'll pay. That's my final offer. You can keep the card. I'll just wait. That's where it is. And right now, the market's telling me, it says the sellers have said that's it. We're not selling for any less than this. It looks like 200 is the absolute bottom, and it's not going below that. But it looks like the real value is around 225 to 250. Let's pull up. Let's go to eBay real quick and see what some are selling for. Yeah, there's one for 240. Like I said, that's probably about there. 240, 250, 290. And now if we go down back here to Market Movers, click Detailed Results here. It just saves you so much damn time having this tool. It makes things so much more clear. So these were sales from... That's just stupid. Are you joking? How did someone pay $5.99? Offer $500. Jeez. So they paid $500. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. What? I'm moving on. $245 at auction. Sounds about right. $177. This person got a steal. $208 seems like a decent value. $180. Oh, look at that. Don't be afraid to make lowball offers on best offers. This was listed at $425. Someone came in and got it for $180. Don't be afraid to make lowball offers. $225. Like I said, the real values, I don't know. You're ridiculous. Some people are just way overpaying. I think it's just because they get on there and they're impatient and they just want to buy it, so they just buy it. So sometimes your card's sitting there at a higher price, they'll go. I mean, here's the proof. $335. Someone paid $500 up there. So like I said, most of the sales are around $225 to $250, and I think that's a good value because when you look at the chart, I mean, look at that. Over the last 30 days, it's just hanging out at that price after it had slid all the way from, well, I didn't go all the way back, but 400, and it slid down, and then here's where it kind of leveled out, hence support. So that's why I've been recommending Michael Jordan's to some of them, to the society. But we've been snagging them up for low, and some of them are already starting to go back up. So join the society, $12.99 a month. I mean, geez, man, 1 or 2 cards will pay for your whole year subscription. It's just a no-brainer. But I'll put a link in the description for this card because I'm definitely a buy on that card. Nikhil, this is the biggest buy on the entire list for me. It's not even close. Nikhil Alexander-Walker, 2019 Prism. 8 sales on the week, pop count of 365, so that's decent. That's about 2% of the volume. But on these lower pop counts, those numbers are typically higher. The sales volume, I talk about that because it shows the demand. Because the higher, like if there's 1,000 cards and 100 of them sell, that's insane demand because of the sales volume in the period of time. This card is up 29%. Let's pull it up. Nikhil Alexander-Walker. This also makes the point where these younger, unestablished, speculative players on these teams are kind of just going. Granted, Nikhil, he's not on the Pelicans, is he? Not someone I pay a lot of attention to. Who? Not M. Nikhil. There we go. He's Canadian. Yeah, he's on the Pelicans. Why did I think he was on? I don't know. Not someone I pay a lot of attention to. But anyways, these younger speculative players just seem to be going up. I mean, Nikhil's... Let's pull him back 90 days. I don't know why I didn't think he was on the Pelicans. I thought he got traded. I don't know why. Anyways. $61, $60, total brain fart. 36, I wouldn't be buying him either. But you see these guys have had this run up over the last week. Zion, Ja, Kendrick Nunn, Tyler Herro, Jordan Poole. If you really want to play that game, which I don't recommend, which I'm not doing, which I wouldn't recommend to the society, that's for sure. This super hot potato game where you're really trying to time it and you buy Tyler Herro and you buy him for $50 and you list him for $80 and you just all right, please Tyler Herro have a good game, please Tyler Herro do something amazing in the playoffs so that you spike and I sell this. Because if he doesn't do something amazing in the playoffs to create that spike, then your card is going to sit till October, and that's fine. It may not even go for 50 again. Who knows about Tyler Herro? But it's fine. It's just I would suggest if you're going to play that super speculative game, do it with players and cards that you really just like, that you like to just have, that you're okay with. You know what I mean? Or else it's just going to hurt too much. Me, I don't play that game. I do not play that game. I buy good players, and I have a longer vision for them typically. You know, if I buy a Michael Jordan, I'm like, I'm not trying to pay rent with my investments. If you're trying to pay rent or bills with your investments, you're not investing. You're just gambling. And that's okay, but just be honest with yourself. Investing, you have to have a longer term vision. And I think sports cards is an excellent vehicle for that. Because, again, not a financial advisor, not financial advice. Do your own research, etc. I'm just a guy on a video sharing his opinions. To me, sports cards is an excellent vehicle for investments, where you actually just want to turn your money into more money. Now, if you turn your money into more money and then you go pay rent with it, you're not investing. That is gambling. You are buying lottery tickets. Investing is somewhere when you use your money to make more money, you reinvest and you reinvest and you reinvest and you reinvest all of it. Or at least 90% of it, okay? You reinvest it. And that's how you really, 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 really make a lot of money. Guy on a video sharing his opinions. I could show the math on this as to why I believe this, but that's the truth. Every time you take money out of your investment pile to pay rent or pay a bill or buy a watch or buy some shoes or buy things that don't go up in value, you're shooting yourself in the foot. You are robbing yourself. You are cheating yourself. And when you get terrified of dips in the market, you're being way too emotional. Like Warren Buffett says, be fearful when people are greedy and be greedy when they're fearful. That's Warren Buffett. He's kind of good at investing. He's better than you or I, correct? Now, that's a fairly broad statement. I think other things go along with that. You got to believe in the investment. And sports cards have kind of been around a while, 100 plus years, not to mention it's getting easier and easier and more vogue and mainstream to do sports cards. So I believe in this investment very, very much. And right now, while so many people are fearful and like, is the market going to crash? Is it going to crash? Oh my God. It doesn't mean it's going to disappear. As far as I'm concerned, the market has already crashed. I wait for the crashes. And that's when I make my biggest investments. Because that's when you buy things the biggest on sale. You don't think I go buy this Michael Jordan that's dipped down like effing crazy, but then it shows signs of support for over an extended period of time, 30 days? I mean, when it could go down lower, it could, but it can't go down. It really can't go down too much lower. Because people that own these cards paid a certain amount of money for them. You got to look at the piles, the percentages of people. There's a percentage of people, a decent percentage in my estimation, that have this card that they don't plan on doing a damn thing with it. They like having it. They're just going to let it sit around. They're not trying to do anything with it. There's a solid percentage of people like that. So okay, that lowers the supply in the market. There's a percentage of people that paid $200 plus, a solid percentage of people that paid $200 plus for this card. They don't want to take a loss. So that supply, for the most part, is out of the market. So our supply is dwindling. And as this goes down, the supply goes down because people aren't willing to sell it. Buyers will buy. Yeah, you want to sell me this card for $1? Sure, yeah, hell yeah, I'll buy it. But no one's going to do that. No one's going to sell it for $1. Is anyone going to sell it for $2? No. $5? No. $10? No. $50? No. $100? No. $150? Probably not. I think $200, by what the data's showing me, is the bottom. You got to have a data tool to be able to see this stuff. Get the Mark Movers tool. I'm not kidding. Use the link. Use the code. Get it. But investment, it's about investing your money, not making money and then paying a bill. Making money and then buying shoes. Unless those shoes are Yeezys and you expect them to go up in value, then it is an investment. But if you buy things that go down in value the second you buy them and never even get back to that point, never have an opportunity to go above what you paid for them, you blew money. You burned it. You burned it. Not an investment. We got to be clear on this stuff. Got to get straight on it. Michael Jordan, 89, 1989, 86 is his rookie year. You know how many Michael Jordan PSA 10s there are from 86 to 89? Not many. Compared to the demand, not even close. And the earlier the Michael Jordan card, the more demand there is. Join the society. You'll be glad you did. But get that straight on investments. Investments are investments. They're not lotto tickets. I mean, if you want to play that game with a percentage of your money, go ahead. That's fine. That's fun. I get it. You want to play in the game. You want to do the swings. You want to do the emotion. Go ahead. I don't want to play that game. I'm here to make money. And I'm here to grow money. And anytime I touch that money that I've grown, it's only to put it somewhere else where I believe it can grow better. It's diversification. That's it. That is investing. You know, you don't go taking money out of your 401k or your IRA or your pension every day. It grows. And frankly, the only reason it stays in there is because you can't touch it, at least without there being penalties. Here, there's no penalties. So you just blow it, even though this makes better returns than all that stuff. I'm saying this to really help. I hope that helped you. I hope that helps you. Just something to really at least think about, okay? I'll put the link in the description for the couple cards I thought were worth consideration buying, especially this one. And then links for everything, the Sports Card Society, Market Movers Tool. If you want to read charts better, check out the Delta Factor, some bonuses. Wrong one. Delta Factor, show you how to read charts better, get a couple bonuses, free month of the Sports Card Society, a whole year access to the Discord, running out of breath, Ace Ventura style. But I'm so pumped the playoffs are coming. So excited. I have not been excited about basketball in probably a month and a half, frankly, because basketball's been going on for basically a year, right? It's been going on for a year. We've lost interest. That's why this market is down. Now, I'm not necessarily buying modern players right now, but I will be. As soon as their season's done, I'm going to buy them. I'm going to figure out where that support is, and I'm going to buy them. The good players. I'm not going to buy Nickeil Alexander-Walker. I'm not going to buy Jordan Poole, probably. That's only something for speculation, but I don't really do that. Zion, Ja, Michael. That's probably about it on this list of people that I'm interested in. But that's what I got for you. Hit that sub button. Helps out the channel a ton. Hit that like button. Helps the channel a ton. Appreciate you spending this time with me. Hope you found value. Stay classy. You're awesome. See you tomorrow, Card Pack.